the land, because the government has made a system, made a rule in their system that we cannot buy directly land from the farmer in Noida and Greater Noida. We do purchase lands in Ghaziabad because in that authority this type of enactment is not there.
So clearly, Bijon, what is happening here is officers in Noida Authority or Greater Noida Authority introduce such clause so that they have power to do what they do, a scam of this proportion. 10 lakh a fine, is that sufficient or is that too little?
It's too little. You see, what we always say is that any kind of an undue enrichment done by any government servant in office, there's already an Honorable Supreme Court order on this. It has to be recovered from those officials who have taken irresponsible decisions and also have done deliberate act of negligence in terms of imposing great damage and harm to the citizens and the consumers. Because you can imagine, my whole life saving I put into having a dream home, and suddenly I find it's shattered.
Okay.
What is that mental agony that consumer is going through? Who is going to listen to that?
Exactly.
Nobody is listening.
Yeah.
All this walk for farmers which is happening is completely political. Who is going to take the walk for the consumer? I have not seen any political party taking a walk for the consumer, because there is unfortunately no vote bank today within the consumer community.
Okay, and Brijesh Pratap Chaudhary, does the Supreme Court verdict detail the role of who were the officers who were involved in this scam? Should these officers be pinpointed and this money taken from their salaries and not the taxpayers' money?
I don't think that in this judgment Supreme Court will do that, but if the occasion arises, maybe in some supplementary petition, the Supreme Court might do that.
But this is what needs to be done. These officers should be paying out of their own pockets and not the taxpayers' money.
I'm quite sure the Honorable Council will be able to dig out that order of the Honorable Supreme Court and will quote that, before the Honorable Supreme Court, in the interest of the consumer also, like he is fighting for in the interest of the farmers. I'm very glad that he is doing that. Okay. I'm only trying to plead to him that he should also not
look at the plight of the consumers. Would you agree that builders' reputation, I mean, it takes a long time to build a reputation, and the reputation of builders has majorly suffered now, because next time before I go to buy a house, I will think 10 times, is this a genuine project? Are officers colluding with builders to sell me a dream which will be a nightmare?
Because the Honorable Council was present in their court, the developers are at no fault. See, in India, on PPP mode or any auction mode or any sealed bid mode, we are applying for purchase of land only in UP. We are in across of whole of India.
Okay.
I don't know what is their process. I know that only this is a government land, so I should presume that it's a non-incumbent land. Why should I go into the process of acquisition? But at the same time, there may be some mistake in the acquisition process. There may be different, but I can't say that it's a gross mistake by one person or two person or few persons. Okay. Because the system is working since long. Either there may be some fallacy in the detailing of the act, or since the act is not so much elaborated, lack of the mechanism who is regulating all this. See, I'll tell you just an example. If you let us take the example of Singur. It was all talked in the whole of the country, but the same company went in other state and where they are successful. Sure. They are successful, and the people around them, they are ready to give their land. So the person who is developing,
the farmer should be given adequate compensation. Yes. It should be done in a transparent manner so that nobody feels cheated, nobody feels that he's been taken for a ride.
And uniform throughout the country.
Yes. Perhaps that is the solution.
And not only that, government is also a builder in number of places. There should be a great scrutiny into all these housing boards which have taken government land, build homes for the poor or the weaker sections of the community, and at what cost they're selling. That all needs to be looked into.
Indeed it does, because housing is something everyone dreams of, having a home, but the way this dream was shattered in Greater Noida, several people would be extremely worried. For the moment, Anil Sharma, CMD Amrapali, Brijesh Pratap Chaudhary, lawyer for the farmers, and Bijon Mishra, consumer rights activist. Many thanks for joining me here on Center Stage.